Welcome back to my channel. It's now time for the Week 15 NFL Power Rankings. In this video, I will give you all of my glorious thoughts, opinions, and of course, rankings of the NFL teams, and you can do whatever you would like to do with this information, whether it's betting your life savings on the good teams, or, I don't know, just watching or ignoring the video. Starting off at number 10 is a team everybody loves, even though their record is not that good. They didn't even play this week. I think they fell down the rankings still, and that is the Baltimore Ravens. They just lose too much to be ranked highly on these rankings. No matter how good Lamar is, no matter how good Derrick Henry is, they've lost too many games, and I personally think they're going to lose to the Steelers this week, so they're going to lose again. Might fall out of my top 10. Who knows if they'll even make the playoffs? I mean, not. Just kidding, they're going to make the playoffs. But their track record is just not good enough to be a top 5 team, barely a top 10 team. At number 9 is the Seattle Seahawks. This is a team that honestly I have not believed in that much this year. I have not thought they were that good. I haven't had them in the rankings very often this year. You can go back and check if you want. But they are 8-5. They're 2 games up on their division. They just blew out the Cardinals without Kenneth Walker, and it seems like they're putting things together. Their offense has been solid for most of the year. However, the big change to me is that their defense is now looking like a good defense instead of a terrible defense. Big change. At number 8 is the Denver Broncos. I've liked this team for a while now. The Broncos defense has just been a very good defense all year, and their offense with Bo Nix has surprised me and has actually looked like a pretty good offense for a large part of the year at this point. Now, I'm not thinking that they're going to go crazy in the playoffs, but I do think they're going to make the playoffs, and I like them enough to put them at number 8. At number 7, it's a team that I really like. That's the Green Bay Packers. They did just lose to the Lions, but honestly, that was a really close game. They could have beat the Lions. And the Lions are a really good team. I think the Packers' offense and defense still has some work to do. They still have some improvement that they can make before the end of the year. But I think they can do it. They're really well coached and the talent's there. I would not be shocked. You know, this would be like my wild card Super Bowl team from the NFC. I just think they have a lot of potential. At number 6 is the Minnesota Vikings. For a while, I'd been having the Packers over the Vikings because I like their quarterback more, and I thought they were a bit more of a complete team. However, the Vikings blew out the Falcons and are now 11-2. It's a bit of a shocking record for the Vikings because you just don't think of them as being that good, but they put it up every single week. Their defense is still looking amazing, and their offense looks a little bit more well-rounded than it was to start the year, which was just the Justin Jefferson show. Now there's also Addison. Now there's more weapons. This is a really good team, better than I thought even a few weeks ago. At number 5 is the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they're doing it, but they just keep on winning. Somehow, they have one loss. They're probably going to win the 1 seed in the AFC. Easy path to the Super Bowl, maybe. I don't know if they're just going to flame out in the Super Bowl in the first round, or if they'll somehow keep this up and win another Super Bowl. Go for the three-peat. I don't understand it. Just like everybody else, I've been betting against them for a few weeks. I keep on losing because they keep on winning. I don't know. It's just magical at this point. At number 4 is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They, of course, put away the Browns pretty handily this week. This is a very complete team, of course centered by their defense to start the year off. They're pretty reliant on their defense causing turnovers to get them wins. Then they changed to Russell Wilson, and now their offense is putting up almost 30 points per game. It's a complete team. They can actually win playoff games now. To start the year with Fields, it was like, sure, they're going to win a lot of regular season games. Now they can win playoff games, and this week against the Eagles is a huge matchup. At number 3 is the Buffalo Bills. They just lost a shootout to the Rams. I was starting to think the Bills might be the best team in the NFL. However, the shootout against the Rams made me have some concerns about the Bills' defense. Of course, not that many because I still have them at number 3. Their offense is electric. Josh Allen will probably be the MVP of the NFL, unfortunately for Saquon Barkley, but that's just how it goes. And I do think this could be the Bills' year to make it to the Super Bowl. Maybe. At number 2, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. They've just been dominant since their bye week, which was in week 5. So it's week 15. They've been dominant for a long time. They've won a lot of games. Their defense has looked amazing. They held the Panthers, who I actually think are a decent team, to 16 points. They've held a bunch of teams under 10 points. Maybe the best defense in the NFL at this point. When they lost Brandon Graham, it did hurt, but still, this defense is amazing. The offense has some work to do. The running game, of course, is really good. Jalen Hurts is fine. He's fine. He hasn't been turning the ball over, which is what he has going for him. But this past game, he threw for 108 passing yards against the Panthers defense. This passing game has some work to do, and there's even all this drama in the Philly media about Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and how the relationship is, and then, I don't know, but I'm assuming it's fine. I'm assuming it's just all media stuff, especially since it's Philly media. I think they'll figure it out, and I might be crazy because I'm an Eagles fan, but I still have them as my Super Bowl favorite. But I just can't reasonably put them as my number 1 team right now because the Detroit Lions, they're clearly the number 1 team. If there's any ranking that doesn't have the Lions as the number 1 team, it's not a correct ranking. They're 12-1. They just beat the Packers with a super brave, and I didn't like it, but it worked. 4th down call against the Packers to seal the game. But this team is just finding ways to get things done. Their offense, of course, centered around the running game, and Jared Goff has been very good. One concern is their defense is full, absolutely full of injuries, but they still won anyways. I thought they would lose to the Packers because of the injuries. They didn't. Up next week, they go up against the Bills. We'll see what happens then. Hopefully, as an Eagles fan, they lose and then lose again, because I would really like a number 1 seed for the Eagles, but is seeming unlikely at this point. But anyways, what are your top 10 NFL teams? Leave them in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you later.